Y'all see that?
See what? I didn't know he had a song.
Y'all see that? Y'all see it? Y'all.
So, folks, I was just trying to figure out how to record. I am not for play, boo-boo. I am not for play.
Hi guys, it's me, His Majesty. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the show. Please, by all means, hit that like button as you come in and also make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. And if you want to become a member, please hit the join button. If you do not see the join button, it will be in the description box of this video and all of our videos as well. We'd like to thank you for joining us today, and we hope that you continue to join us. With that being said, walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness, and always remember, it's Team McRae all damn day.
Hey, what's poppin', y'all? What's poppin'? Sorry we a little late, but y'all know what we doing. We packing and getting stuff together. Packing and getting stuff together. That's what we doing. So, sorry for the lateness. Sorry for the lateness. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the party people. Yes.
Oh, damn. I gotta go out to the car.
What happened? Oh. Shout out to the party people. Shout out to the people in the bushes. Hey, my bush people. How are you doing? Who here tonight? Who's here? Let me see. Anybody typing in the chat? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Monte. Hey, James Seta. Hey, Nubia. Hey, William. Hey, Plated by Steve. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Can y'all hear me? Thanks, Talomia. Can y'all hear me? If y'all can hear me, put up a mic. Or put up a 1 or a 2 or something and let me... Okay, William said yes. Okay, because StreamYard is doing something funky and it ain't showing me. Thank y'all. It ain't showing me what it's supposed to show me. But StreamYard does shows, honey. They do whatever they want to do. We about to come on camera in a minute. Thank y'all for letting me know y'all can hear me. I appreciate it. I really do. Y'all, today for me, oh my God, when I tell you I was so stressed out. It's and the reason why I was stressed out is because I like being in control. Like, if I don't have that control over things that are going on in my life, like, I literally freak out. I really do. I freak out. I stress out. And, you know, it came to me while I was cooking dinner, because, yes, I cooked dinner tonight, and not Tramel. And it was, I have to say, it was good. When he comes and gets on camera, he'll tell you if it was good or not. But I freak out, y'all. I freak out when I don't have control. And while I was cooking dinner, I was like, it just hit me in my spirit that if you trust God and you have faith, sometimes you have to step out on that faith, even though things are not looking the way you want them to look. Sometimes it's a test to see if you really have the faith that you claim you do, because everything seems to be going against you. But if you still step out on that faith, you know, things will happen the way they're supposed to. It's just a little test. And I have to say, I was tested today big time. I was really tested today. And I was just, it was a lot. It was a lot for me. When I tell you it was a lot for me. But I'm going to move in faith. I'm going to move in faith. And come on, like, I'm going to move in faith and do what I'm supposed to do. And, you know, it is what it is at the end of the day. It is what it is. I can't change situations. I can't make them do what I want them to do. And I have to learn that, wow, none of the comments are coming up in here, but are they all on the phone?
Ooh,
StreamYard acting stupid.
no camera?
Yes, I was waiting for you. Yes, play to see. I'm trying to give a word, because sometimes we need that word, that when things ain't working the way we want them to work, when things ain't working the way we want them to work, we gotta just, you know, step out on our faith and make it, and believe that what will be, and keep it moving. It's hard, especially when you're a person like me that ain't patient. It ain't work. Oh. You gotta go back in?
No. Oh,
There you go. It
I'm
ain't
trying to
working.
get over here.
It ain't working.
Oh, it's not.
No,
Okay.
it ain't even telling us how many people is in there. But
Wow.
this is...
Can you
Yes,
see us up
Margie.
here?
Yes, Margie. Hebrew 11:1.
Hey, everybody.
Right. But sometimes, you know, God will make it look one way just to see what you gonna do and how you gonna move. And I it took me till I cooked dinner, which was around 7:30, to realize that. Tramel kept telling me, babe, calm down. Everything's gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be okay. And I'm like, no, it's not gonna be okay. And because I just have to have control over everything. And once I lose that control, it's like I start freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was cooking, it just hit me in my spirit. If you trust God, then trust that God got you, and everything is going to be what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? After that, I calmed down. I literally was making myself sick. I was making myself sick today. I felt
And
sick.
being mean.
I was being...
And snapping at me.
I was a little snippy and snappy.
Yes, he was.
But
And
some of
throwing
it was...
shade, the shade
Some
of it
of
all.
it was warranted.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
What was warranted?
2 o'clock in the morning, you sitting there blow drying that motherfucking wig. No.
Well, you should have said something. That's what I told you. You should have said
No,
something.
I didn't say nothing because I knew it was gonna come out nasty.
No, because it did come out nasty.
No, it was
Because I
gonna come out
heard
nasty and
Yes,
surly.
no, I heard some of your cursing, and then that's what alerted me.
But no, all I said is,
I was like,
serious?
why is he cursing? What's going on? I was like, what's going on behind me? I felt something. I just felt something going on behind me, and I said, what's wrong? Nothing. You sure?
Because
I'm like, I'm like talking in monotone. You sure everything all right, Joseph? It's fine. And I'm like, okay.
But then he's doing all of this right. So I get mad. I go downstairs and I stay downstairs and I sit in the kitchen, dimly lit, looking at my phone. So I then in turn come upstairs. His ass is curled up like a motherfucking baby sleep. I said, oh, I need to wake his ass up. But I said, you know what?
Because you was acting
I'm
up.
not
You was
gonna
just
be
acting up.
mean.
He just felt like fighting yesterday.
Then-
and I just would not give him a fight. I was like, I'm not fighting with him. I'm not arguing back with him. I was like, Joseph, I said, I don't know what's wrong with you. I said, but I ain't fighting with you.
Then, as this morning, knowing that I went to bed at 3-something, this morning at 8-something, here he go ripping motherfucking tape. And I'm like, are you kidding
Because I had
me
things
right
to
now?
do. I had things to
Are
do.
you kidding me right now?
I
Ripping
had-
this motherfucking tape. All I had is zip.
I had
I'm like,
things
are
to
you
do.
kidding me?
I had things to do.
I was like-
Didn't I get them done? Let me tell y'all what.
Tramel done packed up
Let me tell y'all
everything.
what I did today, okay? I got up. I was up at, 5 a.m.? I was up at 5 a.m. and I was still cleaning.
Chris.
Because I wanted to get this room clean. And so I was up cleaning up under the bed and stuff like that. I was just cleaning. And then, when daylight came around, I started like packing stuff and taping up stuff. And he got this little nasty attitude. And I'm like, okay. Well, I said he'll snap out of it sometime today.
Hey, Melissa
But I
Murphy.
was packing. I packed the whole room. Everything
did.
is packed, and everything is packed and ready to go.
He did.
All we got to do is get in the car and drive off. He want to fight all day. He want to fight this morning. And I just would not, I just refused to give him that. I was like, okay, he's going through something. Let me let him go through it. He went through it. Then he started getting on the phone and calling this person and calling that person that he need this and he need that. And I was like, you know what? If it's going to make him feel better, I'll let him go through it. And so I let you go through it.
And didn't I apologize?
I all day I cleaned up and packed and put stuff in the car. And I really wasn't trying to get into his nasty attitude, because his attitude was like real nasty. It was real nasty. So I was like, okay, I stayed out of his way. I steered clear of him. I only asked him to move one time. I was like, you're gonna have to get on this side. And that's it. But I cleaned up the whole room. I cleaned up the bathroom. Okay, all I gotta do is mop the floor of the bathroom, and all I gotta do is shampoo. Do this rug.
I could either show you or try to do it tomorrow.
And we good.
But
So-
did I not apologize?
Yeah, you did. You apologized.
See, didn't I cook you a good dinner?
Yeah, you did. You did.
See, I had to make it up to my baby.
But
did.
I just be trying to make things easier, I just don't be wanting to fight and arguing and carrying on and stuff like that. I said, you know what? Let me just give him the space. He'll be all right.
And I appreciate that.
That's what I did. Gave you space.
Because I really...
And let you, because I knew you was gonna have to purge your seat. Because Joseph, when somebody says might, he takes that as it ain't gonna happen. When somebody say maybe, he takes that as a no. And I'm like, Joseph, you can't always do that. You don't know. You gotta just pump your brakes, and everything is gonna be all right. Come on, say everything is gonna be all right. Fuck everything, gonna be all motherfucking right.
Because
And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, Joseph, I said, just think positive. Hell, fucking no, I ain't thinking positive, nothing.
Because in my world, there is no gray. There is no maybe. There is no it might happen. It's either yes or
But
no.
what do I always tell you? I always tell him, this is my favorite saying to him. Well, this is one of my most famous sayings to him. I say, it ain't your world, big girl. Everybody don't do things like you would have them do them, or everybody doesn't think the same way that you do. And everybody isn't as considerate as you are. And some people don't think in consideration when they feel as though there's nothing to be considerate about. And when you're not considerate of Joseph, or when he thinks that you are really trying it with him, he can be very cross. He get cross, And so I'm like, Joseph, everybody's not like you. Everybody doesn't do things the way you do. Joseph has to have a stamp of approval. He has to have a stamp of guarantee. It's gonna happen. And if he don't have that, he goes into frenzy mode. And I'm like, Joseph, you have to just calm down. Just calm down. Everything else, I kept on saying, everything is gonna be all right. Everything is gonna be all right. And I keep telling him that. Even now, I keep telling him, don't worry about it. Everything is gonna be all right. I said, just chill. Just chill out. Everything gonna be all right.
Hey, Marie.
And so, I'm glad that he's come to this aha moment where he feels like, everything is gonna be all right. Because, some people need that. Some people, you know, um, some people it takes them longer to accept things and calm down. I'm like, Joseph, you can't do anything about today. So the answers that you want, you're not gonna get today. Let's wait till tomorrow. Let's let this play out, you know. And then we can proceed and move on to the next step. We don't have to rush, right? He's like, no, we don't have to rush, Tramel, but I'm ready. It's a difference between having to rush and it's a difference between having to rush and being ready. If you don't have to rush, then you don't have to worry about being ready because you're ready already. I keep telling you, you just gotta calm down.
Hey, Tylonia.
Calm down.
That it's 13
Pump your
hours.
brakes, girl. Just pump them. Pump your brakes, girl. Fall into a King's eye dip and hold their legendary pose.
Facebook, shout out to y'all. We can't see your comments.
Yeah, I can't see
because
no
the comments
comments.
aren't coming through on the StreamYard for
I can't
whatever
see
reason.
no comments. But so you know
No
what?
comments
I'm
are
gonna
coming
come
through.
out and go back in.
All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. Give us 1 second. There they go.
There they go.
There they go. Now we see y'all.
Now we see y'all. Okay.
Hey, Brenda.
It's not so much like Joseph Pump your brakes. You're gonna be everything gonna be all right. Just
Let me see.
hold on to your hot sauce, girl. Hold on to your hot sauce, Missy. Everything gonna be all right, you know. And he
I just played about I said, yeah, Tramel, you did that. You just said it yesterday, but I'm happy it all worked out for y'all.
Yeah, because y'all see, y'all and see, y'all got a little tea taste of it yesterday. That's why we logged off early. Y'all got a little tea taste of it yesterday when he was like, "Can we please stop talking about this?" And we can, and
No.
he went on the Joseph rant.
No. I did,
He
but
went on Joseph rant. He was being shady.
No, but I felt that. Hey,
He was being shady.
well, welcome XL
Chapo, El Chapo, yeah.
SL Chapo. Well, welcome to the channel, to the kingdom of McRaeKingz Kingdom. I hope you enjoy.
Oh, we were in the recommendations.
I really do.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy. This is our pillow talk. We do it every night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
I hope you enjoy and you subscribe. Yes. I really do.
Yes, please do. Make yourself at home. Everybody, give El Chapo a nice big hearty hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Our chat is a safe space.
Yes.
We keep it real and we keep it cute.
Hey, Milma.
Goodwill.
Hey, Brenda.
Make a way.
That's
patience it. And humanity believe chose God.
That's it.
Brenda, let me tell you something.
He don't have no patience. He do not have no patience.
If you ever pray for me, just pray for me to get some patience.
Yeah, he don't have no patience.
Because I don't have it.
Whatsoever.
Hey, Tristan.
He be wanting things to happen
right now. If I think it right now, it should happen.
Right now.
Right now. Not tomorrow, not 2 days from now, but right now.
It's not your world, but it's not your world, Joseph. It's not your world. You live in this world, but it's not your world. Everybody don't think and do things the way you do.
I'm sorry.
You would do them. So you have to be patient. You have to have some patience. And everything is going to be okay. I promise you everything is going to be okay. God going to always take care of us.
I'm sorry. It's cheapo.
There's so many things that go wrong in your life, but what you have to do is when things go wrong in your life, think of the things you should be grateful for. Like, okay, your lights get shut off. But you know what the saving grace is? You have a roof over your head. Okay? Your car broke down, but at least you got AAA.
Hey, Tristan.
They shut your cable off, but at least you can watch movies
On your phone.
on your phone. Yeah.
Hey,
Or
Tashana.
if your internet is down, at least you could turn on your Wi-Fi hotspot
On your phone.
on your phone so you can get internet. You know, so you have to start being grateful for the things that you have instead of focusing on the negative things. And when you focus on the negative things, watch how you react. You know, sometimes you have to say to yourself, is it worth me getting myself all worked up and riled up about something? Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth it.
Hey, Alicia.
You done made all this noise and shouted and screaming and cussing and can on for no reason whatsoever. You don't get nowhere that
I
way.
agree.
You don't get nowhere that way. You don't. Listen, I worked in customer service for over 20 years. You don't get anywhere when you get on the phone and you call a cable company because your cable is out or because you got a bill dispute or anything. You know, it's better to be kind. See, because when you're nice to people, it motivates them to do things for you. It motivates them to look into why your cable is turned off. Your cable may be turned off because you ain't had the money to pay your bill. But then you might get somebody on the phone and say, you know what? When are you going to pay your cable bill? Okay, I'm going to pay it when I get my next paycheck. When is your next paycheck? Next week. Okay, so we'll turn your service on until such and such date next week. And then at that time, you can make a payment. But if you call me and you cuss me out, then why y'all turn off my cable? And you want to curse me out, I ain't doing nothing for you. I promise you. I promise you. Any customer service representative that you speak to, that you yell at and curse at, if they do something for you, they do very minimal. And y'all think just because you're yelling and screaming, they have to do something for you. No, they have to listen to you. That's the only thing a customer service representative has to do. They have to listen to you until you're done. But at the end of the day, if they have already created a solution for the problem, they're going to follow through with it unless you give them reason not to.
And Brenda, you're absolutely right. And that's why I had to, it took me all day, but I had to zen and
Mm-hmm.
realize that, I like protecting my peace. And
I know
I
I
try
do
to keep
these
the
days.
negativeness out of me
I do.
and stay away from negativity.
Yeah,
But
me
I had
too.
to realize earlier that I was creating all the negativity that was
Mm-hmm.
surrounding me.
Yeah.
It was me. I was creating it. And it's hard, like I said, because I like to be in control of
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
when it comes to my life. And it's
Mm-hmm.
hard because, of course, there are times when you can't be in control. You just can't.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wait on other people. You have to rely on other people.
Mm-hmm.
And like Tramel said, I'm never nasty to people that have to help me
Yeah.
because I did customer service for 12 to 15 years. And I
Mm-hmm.
know me. If you called me and you was really honest and you was nice, and
Mm-hmm.
I would go out of my way to help you, to
Yeah.
find a solution, even if I couldn't
Right.
do what you wanted me to do.
Yeah.
At least meet you halfway and find a solution.
That's right.
With the people that was nasty and negative to me,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't try to help them.
Right.
It was very, whatever, girl,
Yeah.
figure it out
I
on
did.
your
I
own.
did. All I had to do was listen to you. And then when you said, well, I want to speak to a supervisor, you know what I do? I put you on hold. Just because you yelled at me, I leave you on hold for like 20 minutes. 30 minutes,
Right.
and then you be real mad when somebody got come back on the phone, and then you be even madder when the person get back on the phone and says, I can't get a supervisor for you, don't you? See, because you don't have to carry on that way. When you be carrying on and cussing, you think that people are motivated when you cursing them out. They're not.
No.
They're not motivated. I'm not motivated. I'm not motivated to do anything for you. Who do you think you are? Who do you think
thank
you
you,
are?
Monte.
You think you're Manila White Superior? You think that, just because you yelling and cussing and carrying on, that's going to make me move faster or make me do something? No, it's not. Y'all, you got to learn how to just relax and pump your brakes. Yes, sometimes things happen. Things happen. Things happen. And
Right.
sometimes things don't go in your favor, And, it's just like Joseph said, you got to trust God. When you trust God, you got to understand God don't work in your time. God work in his own time. He got his own time zone that he work in. He got his own order that he works in. He got his own way of doing things. God got his own way of blessing you. You can't tell God how to bless you. You just gotta let him bless you. That's it. But calm down. I'm like, calm down, Joseph. Calm down, honey. You are doing the most. Child, you just doing the most, Miss Thing. Why you giving the girls Kris Kringle, honey? Just calm down. Pump your brakes, girl. It's gonna be all right. Get done what you need to get done in the meantime. In the meantime, it gives you more room to get, like, for me, you know what it was? When he told me what was going on, I didn't look at it as a negative. I said, well, let me finish packing. I'm still going to finish packing. I ain't going to not pack because we still moving regardless whether we, how long it takes, we're still moving. So let me get all this stuff packed up. And that's exactly what my goal was today. And I fulfilled that. And that was just that.
Oh, well, listen, Mosley, you're absolutely right.
What?
Like, one thing about me is, and Tremella tell you, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I will admit that I'm wrong. I don't have a problem with admitting I'm wrong.
No, he doesn't.
I will, say, you know what, I shouldn't have acted like this. I apologize to him because I was being a little bitch. I ain't gonna lie. That's what it was. I was being a little bitch. Oh, Brenda, you fine. I was being a little bitch. I was. And I apologized to him when he was like, you just want to fight, don't you? And I really didn't.
I did.
I just had all this frustration in me.
I thought you just wanted to fight. I was like, Joseph.
And it was
is
just
that what
coming
you want
out.
to do? I was like, is that what you want to do? You need to
No,
do that
I
to
just
get that out of your system. Go ahead, get out your system, child.
I just had all this frustration.
I was like, Missy, get out your system, girl.
And
go
it was
ahead,
like,
Missy.
I just wanted to get
purge,
out.
Miss Thing, purge, Miss Thing. Go ahead, get out your system, girl. And he was looking at me, and he was just not moved at all. He was like looking at me like, Jamel, I will beat you in your motherfucking face.
Because
him and lips threatening me on the phone to beat me in the face.
I didn't threaten to beat you in the face.
But
shout out to the Legion.
He was looking at, you didn't have to say it. You were looking at me
shout
like,
out
bitch, I will motherfucking commit a domestic violence on your ass in a minute. So I was like, I was just like really, I said, let me stay out of his way. And that's what I did. I kept my headphones on today. I listened to my music. I cleaned up. And I was like, I let him know what I was doing. I was like, Joseph, get ready to clean up. Get ready to clean up. I was talking just like this all day. I said, I'm not going to raise my voice all day. I'm going to talk in a nice monotone. But he was looking at me like I was trying to be shady or something in the beginning. But he saw throughout the day that I was just really just trying to keep the peace. And that was really it. I was just really trying to keep the peace.
See, but now I know how you feel.
What?
Like when we used to argue and I'd be dead silent and be like, whatever, Tremel, I don't know why you acting this way. Oh, you was getting on my nerves. I was like, why is he so calm? Why is he acting like this ain't a big deal? He getting on my motherfucking nerves. I even told him, I said, look, we need to talk.
Yeah, he kept on saying we need to talk. And I was like,
what do we need to talk about?
I was like, what do we need
and
to
in
talk
my head, I'm
about?
going, why the fuck are you packing a car? And da-da-da-da-da-da. But I didn't say it. So when he was like, you know what? You just, like, I guess when he just had enough. And he was like, you know what? You just being mean and you just being this and that.
Yeah, because I
and
had enough. I was like, no,
okay.
it was really, I was really getting concerned, I was like, well, why is, because the last thing where he came in the room, he was like, well, where is my stuff that was standing here all of that? And I was like, Joseph, I said, it's right there on top of your bag. I said, I put it right there on top of your bag. and he just looked like, oh, like
No, and then,
he really was like defeated, like
but I can't lie.
because he was wrong, and then he turned around and he apologized. He was like,
No, but then
Tramel, he
he
said,
made
I'm
me
sorry.
laugh because I swear to God, I will see something and in 5 seconds, Tramel will move it.
Uh-huh.
And it was funny because right after that, he had a glass of soda. And I was like, I'm going to take a sip. Do you not know when I went to reach for the soda, he had moved it within just that little split second? All I could do was laugh. All I could do was laugh. I was like, he will move every damn thing. I will see it, and in 5 seconds,
It'll be
Tramel will
gone.
move
You better
it.
get it while it's hot.
And it was funny to me. All I could do was laugh, and that just kind of slightly broke my attitude. I'm telling you, what really did it was when I was cooking. What really did it was when I was cooking, and I was like, you know what? Let me just woosah, calm down. I'm making myself sick, and like I just felt it was stupid that I was really making myself sick. Because I
Yeah.
did. I made myself sick. I went and
Yeah.
threw up. It was a lot. It was a whole lot. And I was like,
So
you're doing
calm
this
down,
to
child.
yourself.
Pump your brakes,
Ain't
girl.
nothing wrong with you. You're
What is
doing
you
this to
doing all
yourself.
that? What you doing all that for? What you doing all that for?
But that was
Calm
our
down.
day.
Yeah, that was
You
our
know how
day.
we start every
I was a
pillow talk
busy little bee today. I kept
talking about
myself
our day.
busy. I made myself busy. I kept myself busy all day for a specific reason. I
And
did. I kept myself busy because I just really did not want to think about, the underlying issues that we've been having. And so I was like, okay, let me just clean up and listen to my music. Everything will be all right. And it put me in a better mood. Music always puts me in a better mood. And so,
look what you
oh,
did.
Jesus, your music always puts me in a better mood. And so I was listening to my music today and packing, and it felt good. It really did. It felt good. And so, we just have to, all we have to do now is just, um, get in the car and leave. And everything is going to be all right. Everything going to be cool. He'll see. He'll see.
So now, with that being said, that was our day. I hope your day was I'm not gonna well was eventful in a better way than ours was.
Eventful?
Eventful in a better way than ours
Yeah.
was.
Okay. Yeah,
He
that
already
sounds
got
pretty
his
good.
coffee,
Hmm.
so that means he's gonna stay next to me after the show is
Yes,
over.
I have my coffee.
And so what I
My
want to
feet,
talk
my
about,
feet are turning. Get me see, they're turning. My feet hurt. They're
I
turning.
bet they are going up and down all them damn stairs
Yes,
with all them bags.
yes, child. My feet are trying to say things. They're reading, honey. They're reading. They're reading me, saying, "Bitch, you ain't had no business being up on us today like that, bitch." Okay, we're going to serve you. We're going to serve you, and that's exactly what they're doing now. They're serving me. But go on ahead, talk about what you was going to talk about. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So,
So what I want to talk about tonight,
mm,
and I'll give you all a brief of what's going on. Is
yeah,
it locked?
yeah. Could you? Yeah.
Huh?
No, it's not.
Just tap it and go to it real quick and come
Hold on,
back.
guys.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We coming back. We coming back. We coming back. Hold on. Hold on.
They should still be able to hear us.
Yeah, there you go.
There
Okay.
we go. Okay.
Thank you, boo.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Sorry about that, guys. But what were you going to
So,
talk about,
what I
Josie?
want to talk about is the situation with Dwyane Wade and his daughter Zaya.
Okay.
So, that I'm not going to say it's really news because it's been news a while ago. And Zaya was known as his son Zion, but Zaya came out and said, "I'm trans and I want to use the pronouns her and she, and my new
Mm-hmm.
name is Zaya and not Zion." So Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade accepted this and they moved on with it.
Mm-hmm.
Biological mom, and I forgot her name. I apologize, but I forgot her name. She's not understanding this at all. So Dwyane Wade put in a petition to the court to change Zaya's name to Zaya and change her pronouns to her and she.
Okay.
Zaya's been seeing therapists. Zaya's been seeing a psychologist. Zaya is doing everything that she's supposed to do to transition properly.
Okay.
So biological mom comes out of the woodwork after not dealing with Zaya for over 2 years and says Dwyane Wade is trying to profit from this. There's Disney deals. There's, Disney deals. There's things in the working that he allegedly told the mother that would make him money or make Zaya money. And she's saying he's forcing Zaya to do this for the money. So she went and hired lawyers and she ripped him on social media. He was in Africa on vacation and he replied to what was on social media, basically saying, look, I guess this is how parents communicate these days. So I'm going to say this. I'm not benefiting in any way. I wouldn't force my children to do anything. You haven't dealt with Zaya in 2 years. You haven't showed up at a school, concert, dance, nothing. We have given you opportunity to come, sit with Zaya, talk with Zaya, meet Zaya's friends, talk to the therapist, talk to the psychologist, and you refuse. And now you want to come up with these lawyers talking about Zaya can't change her name. It's because you don't want Zaya to change her name. You want Zaya to stay Zion. And, well, the mother says wait till she's 18, which is in 2 years, to do all of this. And the way that Dwyane is like, no, she wants to do this now. It's just a name change. It's just pronouns changed, legally. So what's the big deal? It's not a sex change. It's not reassignment or nothing like that. It's just a name change. What's the big deal? Anybody could change their name.
Right.
So my thing
did y'all know that? And did y'all also know that his wife is actually trans?
Who?
Huh?
No, she's not.
Oh, that's right. She's not.
No, she's the biological mother of both his kids.
Right.
That he has had custody of for the last wife. 10 years.
First wife.
Yes. Gabrielle Union damn sure ain't trans. He fought her for custody and he won. So you already know if a man fights a woman for custody and wins, something's wrong. Because 9 times out of 10, they ain't giving their kids to the father; they giving them to the mother.
Right.
So he had custody of both Zaya's brother, and excuse me, because I think his name is Xavier or Javier. I think. Don't hold me to that. And he had custody of Zaya since she was 3. So my thing is, what do you think the mother's purpose is for coming now and wanting to say something when you don't talk to Zaya, you don't call Zaya, you don't want to be bothered with Zaya? And when Lil Bootsy was dragging Zaya for all that time, you didn't have nothing to say about your daughter being dragged in social media. And because the shade is that most people that drag Zaya are not teenagers. It's grown-ass people. Right. Dragging Zaya, dragging a little 16-year-old, dragging them through the mud. And for me, I'm like, y'all just mad because Zaya is in Prada, Gucci, Fendi, labels you ain't never even seen or heard of before. Y'all mad. And then they mad because, when a black man does support his kids, it's a problem. It becomes a problem. You know why it becomes a problem? Because he's supporting something that black people don't want to be part of. So it becomes a problem. But if it was anything else, then, Gabrielle Union supporting it, y'all want to drag her. Dwyane Wade supporting it, y'all want to drag him. Why? Because you don't, what would be the difference if Zaya was just gay? You still would drag him because it ain't something the black community supports. The black community don't support that. The black community are the ones dragging a little 16-year-old on social media because they think it's wrong. Who the hell are you? Like, I don't understand black parents. And some of y'all are parents, and maybe y'all can help me. Why do you think when you have kids, it's your second chance at life? Why do you think when you have kids, you're going to make up for all the mistakes you made?
Right.
That wasn't the purpose of you having kids.
Right.
It's their life.
You can't live your life through your kids. You can't live your life through your kids. We had this conversation. You know, I had this conversation with a friend.
Hey, Queen Ronnie.
And I told her, I said, listen, we as parents, now I'm not a biological parent, but I have a lot of young gay men that look up to me and they call me father. They call me dad. But what I'm saying to y'all is this, is as a parent, you have hopes and dreams for your kids. You have motivational goals that you want them to achieve. Some of you get them involved with dancing, get them involved with football and basketball and boxing and karate and stuff like that. And you hope they're going to really do something with that talent. And sometimes it just does not work out that way. Sometimes you may get them involved with something and they may be interested in something else that you don't really want them to be involved with because you feel as though what you have them involved with serves a better purpose at the end of the day. It doesn't always turn out the way you want it. And so you have to really be mindful as a parent to allow your children to be who they want and need to be. Even if you don't like it, you still have to be supportive. You have to be supportive. You being supportive does not mean that you like it. It just means that you are supporting your loved one, and that's it. You're just supporting your loved one. You may not like it, but you're supporting them, you know.
No.
And that's that. And you you have to do this. Parents, start doing this with your children. I kid you not. You'll have a better relationship with them if you would just allow them to be themselves. You might not like it, but they have to be their own authentic self. Didn't you like being your authentic self when you were their age? What makes you think they don't want to be their authentic self now? This is Dwyane Wade, his ex-wife. She is like dead wrong in my eyes. She's dead wrong, not because of the accusation that she's making at Dwyane Wade. Listen, Dwyane Wade got more than enough millions of dollars to last him for the rest of his life. He does not need to get a Disney deal or, try to make more money off of his daughter. He doesn't have to do that. Y'all start thinking about what makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not true. If it doesn't make sense, then it's not true. You have to realize that if it doesn't make sense, then it's not true. 99.999% of the time, it's not true. We live life on assumptions. We get into fights and arguments with people due to misunderstanding, a misconstruing of words, the way they said something. You gotta calm down. You gotta pump your brakes.
Man, Miss Southern Girl.
You gotta pump your brakes and pick your battles. That's what I do. I pick my battles.
Now I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna take away from the mother, because my thing is this. You had a boy, and now your boy is telling you, but I'm really a girl. So I'm not going to take away from what a mother may feel hearing that.
Yeah.
But at the same token.
But you can't say, I think you should be a boy.
No, but at the same token, Tramel, when you are absent mother, how do you then step up and want to have a voice?
Well, it really has nothing to do with your absenteeism. It has to do with your acceptance. If your child comes to you, if your boy child comes to you and says, I don't want to be referred to as a boy anymore, I want to transition over to a girl, you might not like it because you don't want to be
walk around saying you have a daughter.
Right.
But if that's what your
but if your
child comes and tells you,
yeah,
and then they get the therapy that's necessary.
What you gonna do? You gonna beat them every time they act effeminate, or they don't do what you feel as though they should do, is that what you're going to do? You're going to disown them? You're going to throw them out on the streets?
Here's
Oh,
something,
that's
though.
real. That's being a real parent,
That ain't
throwing them
gonna
out on the
change the
street.
situation.
You know, what are you gonna do? Beat them with a belt? That's not going to do anything. You know, I've even had some parents like take their children and you know, take their boys and
To conversion
make
camp.
them box and stuff like that and get into these male sports because they think that being gay is all about being feminine, being a woman. My father did that too. My father used to do that to me too. My father used to try to make me watch basketball with him and stuff like that because he thought that that would not make me the way I am, you know. But you know, my father comes from a day and age where, you know, my life wasn't accepted. So I get it. But at the same
Child.
time, just because I get it, it does not necessarily mean that I have to agree with what you're doing to me. You're going to
They
push
may
your children away if you don't allow them to live their lives. You're going to push them away. They're going to get to a point, they're just going to say, okay, I'm going to do what you tell me to do. But when I become 18, you can't tell me what to do
I'm
anymore.
gonna do what I
I'm
want
going
to
to do what
do.
I want. Then you get some children, oh God, true story. True story, very true story. I had a friend. She her mom used to call her all kinds of, you know, derogatory gay slurs, you know, when she was young and just would do mean things to her, beat her and stuff like that because she didn't like the fact that she was gay. When she got old enough and big enough, she just started fighting back. And her mom couldn't take it. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take the fighting back. You know, she couldn't take it. She fought back to the point where she kicked her mother's knee and then broke her mother's knee. Just kicked it in, Joseph. And that was because she was tired, and this scared her. It scared her. She sent the girl down there. She sent the girl away, go live with her father because she was being so nasty. You know, and here's the thing I found out. Um, you you just really have to. Oh my God, Joseph, you just have to just
You have to love your kids.
yeah.
You have to. Like what Tremel was saying with me, they would do the same thing.
Hmm.
Make me watch football and basketball. Okay, all I'm doing is looking at the man go, ooh, he cute. Ooh, yes, honey, he is fine.
Yeah.
Like it didn't change me, honey. It just made
Hmm.
me want to find me a football player, child.
Yeah.
Like you cannot change who a person is.
Hmm.
People are who they are.
It backfired on my
If your
father.
child comes to you and tell you that they're gay, that they're trans is a whole different story.
Hmm.
You have to, because if they are trans, there's a process they have to go through. So I mean, it's just a process that has to be done. When a child tells you they're gay, there's not even trans. There's nothing you can do to fix that. There's nothing you could do to fix that.
Yeah, you can't fix
With the
it. Ain't
trans
going away. Ain't going
and
nowhere.
the thing with being trans is why you have to go through a process, because in a situation like with me, a lot of gay men will think it's easier to be a woman than a gay man. And in actuality, they don't really feel like they're born in the wrong body. They want to be in another body just because they feel it's easier. And going through therapy helps them realize that they can be who they are without the transition.
Hmm.
But most trans people are who they are. You know, they know, believe me, they know. They know they want to be called he and or her, depending on who, if it's a woman
Right.
or a man. They know that they want to wear different clothing. They know that, just something ain't right.
But most trans people, they don't consider it. They don't consider it done until everything has been completed.
Well,
And
it's
I get
because
it.
they look in the mirror and see one thing,
Hmm.
but their mind is telling them that something's wrong with this picture. Something is wrong with this
Hmm.
picture. Can you imagine looking in the mirror every day and thinking something is wrong with what I'm seeing looking back at me. Like in my mind, I should look a different way. But I know what I'm seeing, but that's not what my mind is telling me I should be seeing. And if you're not trans, you're not going to understand it. I just think that there has to be some understanding for it. There has to be a little compassion for it
Mm-hmm.
because you not
And some consideration.
right, and because some consideration for it. I know no parent wants to hear your child is gay. No parent wants to hear, oh, I'm trans. No parent wants to hear that. But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, if you hear it, you're the safe haven for your child
Mm-hmm.
because the world is going to beat up your child.
Mm-hmm.
And now they come home and get beat up by you too. That's
It's
horrible.
not
That's
they're
a
going
horrible
it's gonna
feeling.
beat them up. It's not it's going to beat them up. It may. Some children they get away with not even nobody bothering them. And that's because you maintain your cool. You maintain your cool. You have to be cool. Just be cool, you know. And if you have children that are special needs or that are special, you know, treat them as such. When you get into a fight or argument with them, then you know everything will be all right. Y'all just know everything will be all
No, Brenda, I agree with you. It takes time. I don't expect all parents to just be on board. Oh,
right.
you're
Yeah.
gay. Oh, you're trans. I don't
No,
expect that.
it's a
But
process
at the
for some
same
parents.
time, just because you don't accept it doesn't mean you
It's a
treat your child
process.
like dirt.
It's a
Like,
process with
I
anything.
get that it's a process, but at the same time, you're their safe haven.
Uh-huh.
You're their protector. When they come home, they shouldn't get the same treatment that they're getting in the street.
Uh-huh.
But I know people that was called the F word in the street and came home, and their mothers did the same thing to them and then threw them out
Uh-huh.
and kicked them out. They didn't even do nothing just
Yeah.
because they were gay, and now they living in the street because she think that's gonna change them. She think that putting them in the street is that's gonna make you straight. That ain't gonna make you straight. That just make you homeless and gay.
Mm.
And that's the part that I'm saying. If you're going to love me as a mother, love me unconditionally. Love me no matter what.
Right.
I'm not saying you have to accept everything about my life. You don't have to, but at the same time, I don't have to hear every day, oh, you're one of those F words. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're
Uh-huh.
that. Oh, this. Oh, you're that. Like, that is not part
Well,
of the thing.
people have the wrong idea. We've had the wrong idea these all our lives. We've been conditioned to believe that as long as you keep pressing down on a person, they're going to stop. That's like, you hear a lot of people, especially in the black family, they call their kids, they call their aunts, their uncles, their nieces, their nephews, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're fat, you're a
Hey,
fat
Sean
ass, you're
Willis.
a fat ass, you're a fat ass. You call them fat, right? And you think that calling them that name is going to motivate them. And they're going to say, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of people calling me fat. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to stop eating so much. I'm going to stop doing this. No, it makes them eat even more. It makes them eat even more, believe it or not, because they're so stressed. They're just stressed, child. You don't see the stress look all over their eyes. They be stressed, child. You just gotta
Welcome to our live
woopsa.
show,
You gotta
Willis.
woopsa, honey. You gotta pass it on. You gotta pass on the positive energy on to someone else that may be going through something that may or may not. Some people might not even be going through stuff, but
Right. It's like I get like I'm not taking away from the parents at all. I was just lucky to have a mother that just embraced it. She told
mm,
me, she said, as long as you don't want to wear dresses and high heels, I'm
mm-hmm,
good.
mm-hmm.
And then when I wanted to
I
wear
had a
dresses
friend.
and
I
high
had a
heels,
friend say,
she made it quite obvious that she wasn't having it.
hmm I had a friend that told me, she said, I love my daughter. I love her, but I just don't agree with her life. I don't agree with her lifestyle, that she called it. First of all, our lives are not a lifestyle. Lifestyle is like a hobby. So that's why I don't take kindly to people saying, I live a gay lifestyle or I live a lifestyle or this is my lifestyle. because our life is more than just a lifestyle. It's more than just something trending, you know. Um, I'm like, you just gotta, mm,
And Sean, you are welcome.
what's that?
No, Sean was saying thank you because he's new to our chat. And
Mm-hmm.
I was saying hello to him and welcome to our chat.
Mm.
And he was saying thank you. And Queen Ronnie, you're absolutely right. As a mother, you're an advocate for your child.
Yeah,
Even if they loud and boisterous and have a voice, you're still an advocate for your
you
child
are. You are.
until they are old enough and they can
Mm-hmm.
really combat people in a way like an adult. You're still an advocate for your child.
Yeah. By the time I was an adult, I hated my mama. I did. I hated her. I was like, well, she just go somewhere. And when is she going to work? Why don't she just go somewhere? Are we gonna be here? We stay with my father for real.
Right, Brenda. My mother
Mm-hmm.
was very supportive of me. She she just treated it. She treated my relationships like if it was my sister. And that's all you can do because I'm messing with men as well. So it was like my mother just she was when I hear other people's stories, I my heart goes out to them because I didn't have to go through that. Like when I tell you from y'all see that picture I posted to the community wall with me about 6 years old with my hand on my hip twisted like I was a supermodel of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I have always, always, always been able to live in my truth. And honestly, that young, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know what my truth was. I just knew I was being me. Like I didn't feel nothing was wrong with me. I was just being me. I was being who I was. I was just letting my little, I guess, feminine side fall out. I didn't care. I didn't
Right.
care if people thought I was a girl. I didn't
Well, you
care.
didn't think of it in that sense. You
Right.
were
I
too
didn't think of it
young.
as something bad. Like when we would play with my sisters and my cousins, they were like, "Oh, let's play house." All right, I want to be the mother. Never wanted to be the
Mm-hmm.
father. Well, let's play superheroes. All right, I'm Wonder Woman. Like my cousin would tell you if she was in the chat, she said it in the chat before. Joe never used to let us be Wonder Woman because I loved Wonder Woman, honey. And if I couldn't be Wonder Woman, I had to be Batgirl. Like, and I love Batgirl so much. I always had to wear. My best friend was cracking up when he saw pictures of me. I said, "Bitch, I love Batgirl so much. I wore ankle boots. Yes, men's ankle boots because I love Batgirl's little ankle boots. Like, I never, ever, ever, ever thought anything was wrong with me, and my mother never. She never made it like anything was wrong with me. She never corrected me. She never tried to, maybe one time I can think of where I was walking around the house with a towel on my head, and she was like, "What are you doing with a towel on your head?" I was like, "Oh, me and Tracy playing the facts of life, and I'm Blair." Because I always had to be the baddest woman. I always had to be the baddest woman. Like, if she was bad and I thought she was the best, I had to be her. If we was
Mm-hmm.
playing, I had to be the baddest one I thought was. And, you know, I just, I feel sorry for people men and women who just cannot be themselves like I was. Like, I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't be me. Like, I struggle with that sometimes and think about it. Like when I had Tramel's story or some of my friends' stories. And I just sit back like, wow, seriously? My best friend, he has a similar story like me, but only difference is he it was just unspoken. It was, his mother knew, but it was unspoken. She knew. He didn't never say it. She didn't have a problem with it. She didn't, correct it or anything. She just was okay. I know this is what it is, and it is what it is. He came out to his brothers and sisters, and they was cool with it. And it's like it's hard because I try to sit back sometimes and I'm like, wow, what would my life have been like if I couldn't be me? And as much as my grandmother was in church and the church mother, she didn't even try to fix it. You know what I'm saying? She took me to church. Yes, in church they prayed and all of that other hoopla. But when I came home, she let me be me. As long as I was in the house, she let me be me. Because I didn't try to be me like that, the me outside of the house, because I knew people would pick on me and I knew that people would make fun of me. So I was
Why?
just,
Why? Oh, they make
because I
fun of
knew I
you.
was different. And I saw what they did to other boys that were different. So, because I was so tall and big, I played football with them and they all wanted to tackle me because I was like the biggest dude and I was the tallest dude. And it was fine. I didn't have a problem with that. I played baseball because I liked it. I wasn't really into basketball. Football was just yeah. It was what to do. I didn't really know what I was doing because don't spill your
I
stuff
got it.
because I didn't like football like that. But you know, it was. I didn't feel forced. I did it because I wanted to. If I felt but I was also outside jumping double dutch and playing hopscotch and things like that. So it was like it was a balance. It was okay. I could play with the boys over here, and then I could play with the girls over here. So it was a balance for me, and it's
I
hard
was
for me.
always trying to be with the girls because
Right, me
I
too.
was just not equipped. I wasn't equipped physically to be hanging out with the boys and stuff like that, playing baseball. Because they used to get mad at me, honey, when it was time for me to hit the ball. Because I would always hit the ball and then throw the bat. And they used to be like, Tremere, you can't throw the bat. I threw the bat one day and bust somebody upside their motherfucking head with it by mistake. So I couldn't be with the boys. I couldn't hang out with them and stuff like that. So, I had to hang out with the girls. And when I was hanging out with the girls, they started getting so comfortable with me. They would call me all kind of names and shit. I would go in the bathroom and I would cry. But I'm like, myself told me, self, you don't have to continue to put yourself through that with them. And one morning they called my house and they was gone.
And Brenda, you're right. A lot of people aren't strong like me, and they do commit suicide because they don't get the love that they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel for those people. I do. I feel for them because I'm like, that could have been me. But you know what? And I struggle to see what was in me that I didn't care. Like I just didn't care. And it's weird. It's crazy now that I'm older, and I really think back on my life and how much it did not bother me. Like it, even when I was in my 20s and I was blonde in my hair, I had my nose pierced and things like that before it was like the thing to do. And people would see me on the street and be like, "Oh, look at that F. Oh, look at that F." And I would put my hand on my hip and turn around like a supermodel and go, "Where? Where's the F word? Where? You see one pointed out to me, honey, because I'm not that. I'm not that." And I'd switch down the block and be unbothered. So I, I just, oh my God, I don't know. I just had this vengeance in me that was just, you're not gonna ridicule me. You're not gonna, you know, downplay who I am. You're not gonna. I don't know. And I try to figure out what it was, and I probably never will. But I just struggle to see like what was in me that made me so bold and so did not care and so I'm gonna be me. Ain't nothing wrong with me, honey. Something wrong with you. If you think something wrong with me, something wrong with you. That's how I felt. And I felt like that at like a young age, like 6, 7, 5, I just, he's an adult now and he lives his life exactly how he wants. Yeah, most people do. Most people succumb to their parents until they
Mm-hmm.
can leave. And, they leave and they do what they, Brenda, I really could, because some of the things that have happened to me in my life, the things that I've persevered through, the things that I've done, it's just it amazes me sometimes. It really does. It amazes me because I just be feeling like, wow, I did this and other people couldn't do this. And my mother accepted me 100%. 100%. And maybe that's what it was, that my mother and grandmother, they didn't act like what I was doing was wrong. They never told me that I couldn't pretend to be a girl. They never told me I couldn't play with dolls. They just let me be. And because they let me be, I was comfortable in my skin. I knew I couldn't do it outside of the house, though. That was the crazy part. I knew if I did it outside of the house, I was going to be ridiculed and judged. Even at a young age, I knew the things I did inside the house, I couldn't do outside the house because other little boys wasn't doing it. And other little boys couldn't do it. I mean, they could, but they didn't. But I knew the difference of you got to keep this in the house. And when you go outside, it got to be the whole different ball game. And I played that game. I did. I really did. But the femininity still, right, healthy bougie. Exactly. The femininity part, I couldn't kind of control it. I did a little bit, but not as much as I probably should have. Because I was still called the F word. People still was like, oh, he's the F word. Things like that. But other people that knew me protected me when other people, outside people, did it. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Y'all see, right? Babe, it shows what support from your loved ones means. It gives you that strength to be right, Melissa. And I guess that's the point that I'm trying to make. If you support your child will be free to be who they are. They'll know the difference. They'll know what I do in the house, I can't do outside. And that's not for trans people, because trans people want to be who they are, period, in the house and outside. Well, most gay men know I can't really go out the house and look at boys the way I do when I'm sitting in the window or things like that. He is, y'all. He is. He did a lot. He did a lot. He did a lot last night. And he did a lot. Hey, best friend. He did a lot, y'all. He packed up everything. I didn't pack not a thing. I didn't put nothing in the car. Tremel did everything. So he is tired. That's why y'all hear him snoring right now.
I'm tired, child.
You heard him. He tired.
I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. Last night I wasn't tired.
El Manny said, wake up.
I'm tired.
El Manny said, wake up, Emma.
I'm tired. Emma Peel is tired, child. I've been up ever since like 5 a.m. this morning, just packing and cleaning up and taking things to the car and still packing.
And washing clothes.
Then dealing with this one's attitude. And doing laundry. Oh, it was just a hot ghetto mess.
He did a lot. That's why I cooked him dinner tonight. I said, let me cook him dinner so he can relax and he could just eat and chill and, do what he do. Because let me tell you something. One thing I can say, my husband did everything. He packed up the car. He packed up everything. He put everything in the car. Like, it's just for us to get in the car and leave on Saturday or Sunday. And I appreciate all of that because he didn't have to. But I appreciate him. I do. I appreciate my baby.
I didn't have to work.
Even though he thinks that sometimes I don't, I appreciate my husband.
What didn't I have to?
Huh?
What didn't I have to?
Pack everything by yourself.
Oh.
But you did it, and I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Nubia Jordan. My husband, let me tell you something about Tremel, y'all. Tremel takes excellent care of me. Excellent care of me. Like, that's why when Tremel tells you I spoil him, I do. Because my husband takes care of me. Sometimes I get on his nerves, I know, but that's what anybody. Sounds like my hubby. We are moving this month, and he's been doing what I can. Right. Hey, best friend. So when I tell y'all I don't mind When Tramel be like, Papa, I want a bag. Okay, what bag you want? Papa, I want this. Okay, get it. Or he sees something and he's like, oh, I really like this. And the next day it's coming in the mail or through Amazon or whatever. I don't mind doing that for him because my husband takes wonderful care of me. And some people look at it like, well, you're buying him everything and he's just, I don't care. He takes care of me. He makes sure I eat. He picks me up from dialysis. He makes sure I'm okay. He takes me to dialysis. My husband, if I can't walk up the stairs, he'll cook and he'll call me and say, Papa, the food is ready. And I'll be like, Tramel, I really can't make it down those stairs. Don't worry. He done came upstairs. Yesterday, he came upstairs with a shopping bag. He had the plates wrapped up in aluminum foil. He had the soda, the ice, everything in the cups and stuff in the shopping bag. And he's like, here, Papa, here's your food. Child, he fed me like I was 700 pounds. But I appreciated it. And the food was banging. So the least I could do is, cook for him tonight, make sure he was okay and stuff of that nature because I know Tramel told me he slept. Tramel went to sleep at 3 o'clock. And like he said, he was up at 5. That's 2 hours sleep. That's why he's sleeping there. Because I even asked him, I said, you want to do pillow talk tonight? And he said, yeah. I said, okay. He said, if I fall asleep, just keep going. I said, okay, I got you. I said, yesterday I was frustrated. I said, today I'm not frustrated. I've released all that negativity. So, I can keep going. It ain't no big deal. So, I'm not going to wake him up. I'm going to let him sleep. Any other time, y'all know I'll be poking him and waking him up. But I'm not doing that tonight because he is tired. He deserves all the rest. And we got to get up early tomorrow to take me to dialysis. So that's why I'm letting him sleep now because Shamila's going to sleep through the night right now. I do need to wake him up to ask him a question, but I ain't going to wake him up. If I can't find what I'm looking for, I just can't find it. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. When one of us falls short, the other one picks up, and I love it. We are very yin and yang with each other, and that's why our marriage works, because we are yin and yang. I want to say that my good nights before the end. Love you guys. Oh, love you too, Queen Ronnie. Well, he gonna have to watch the replay to see your good night because he is out again. But I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. Thank you for coming and thank you for being here. I really do. Oh no, it's cool, Queen Ronnie. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And but yes, y'all, that was what I wanted to talk about tonight. The Wade situation and what's going on with them. And we need to be more supportive and stop attacking a 16-year-old online because it's not other teenagers, it's other adults that are attacking a 16-year-old. And it's sad. It's sad. It's meaningless. It's not going to change who she is. It's not going to make her feel bad about who she is. Oh, Melissa. It's not going to make her feel bad for who she is. It's not going to change Gabrielle and Dwyane's opinion. People feel like Gabrielle is being the mother, but if you the stepmother and the real mother ain't stepping up to do her job, what is she supposed to do? Like, that's what I don't understand about our people. Y'all got something to complain about everything. If this woman was just taking care of the kids she had with Dwyane Wade, y'all would be reading her for filth, saying, you're a stepmother. You're supposed to be doing this. You're supposed to be doing that. Well, as a stepmother, when the real mother ain't stepping up doing her job, and Gabrielle is doing the real mother's job, y'all want to talk about her too. And be like, oh, she's acting like she's really her mother. And da-da-da-da. Black people, wake up. Wake up and stop complaining about every fucking thing. Like, if she wasn't doing it, you'd be complaining about it. Because she's doing it, you're complaining about it. If Dwyane Wade wasn't supportive, you'd be complaining about it. Because he is supportive, you're complaining about it.
It's like people search for
it's
like you're searching. You're searching for a reason to be negative, or searching for a reason to fight when you're upset, or you're upset, so you want everybody else around you to be in the same mood. You really want that? Do you really want that?
But it's like
First, you have to be careful what you ask God for, because if you want that, the Lord will give it to you, and then you drive you crazy, child.
it's like I don't understand why our people are never fucking happy, and I have to say it like that. Like I really haven't cursed in this live, but I have to say that tonight. Why aren't our people ever fucking happy? We do one thing, you think that's gonna make them happy, and they want to jump on the opposite side. You do the opposite, then they want to jump on the other side. They're never fucking happy. Never. They always find something to have a problem with. And it's starting to piss me off. And that's why last night I said what I said. Because it's true. It's like we sit and every time somebody gets killed, oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's horrible. We need to change. We need to change. 7 months later, nothing changed in the 7 months. It happens all over again. Oh, it's horrible. We need to change. We need to change. But we don't put no effort to change. And it's like, oh God, it just irks my spirit. Like, that's why I don't deal with people. Because people are so fucking miserable. So miserable. Like, I saw a post where a lady said, I think I've told y'all before, every morning she wakes up with her husband. They get their coffee. They go sit in their garden. They have conversation. People had the nerve to say, oh, well, I guess you don't work. Oh, well, I guess you and your husband ain't got nothing better to do than sit in the garden and drink coffee. Well, I have to have my coffee on the train because I got a job and I got things to do. So fucking what? She's telling you what she do in the morning. Like, people are so miserable. They want to complain about everything. And that's why I leave people alone. That's why, right, Brenda, that's why I'd rather have a dog or a cat. Because they appreciate you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
A dog or a cat appreciate you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're bringing them food. You're taking them outside. You're loving on them. They're loving on you. And you ain't have to hear the bullshit. And that's why I don't deal with people. Because you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. They find a reason. And it's our people. They find a reason all the fucking time to find a problem in everything we do. And it annoys my spirit. It just does. It just annoys my spirit.
Don't let it get you annoyed.
No.
Don't let it get you annoyed. When you
mean it just no matter what we do, like I said, if Gabrielle wasn't acting like a mother to Zaya, y'all would complain. Who she thinks she is. She only taking care of the kids she got with Dwyane. That's fucked up. She should be taking care of all his kids. That's why she married him. But when she step up and be the mother to his kids that she didn't have because their mama ain't doing her job, now it's, oh, she thinks she their mother. She need to back off. She need to mind her business. Who the fuck are you, bitch? Like, come on. Like, if a real mother ain't doing her job and the stepmother doing her job, you should be applauding the stepmother for stepping in, doing what the real mother won't do. Doing what the real mother ain't did for 10 years. But you more concerned because the real mother don't want Zaya to transition. So you on the real mother side because that's the black thing. I'm not supporting that bullshit. That's the black thing. But because Gabrielle is supporting it, she needs to learn her place. She needs to realize who the fuck she really is. She ain't really the mother. Y'all sound like some dumb, bitter bitches. And I'm sorry I have to say it that way. Y'all sound like some dumb, bitter bitches. Dumb and fucking bitter. But a lot of y'all are that way. Because a lot of y'all don't even want, when your baby daddy get a new woman and she taking care of your kids nicely and treating them nice, you got a motherfucking problem with that anyway. Why that bitch did they here? Because he couldn't. And he wanted his daughter to look nice. That's why the bitch did her hair. Little hairstyle you gave wasn't going to last all weekend. But you got a problem with that. Like, come on, wake up, black people. Wake up. It's a little
chilly in here.
Just wake up.
But, yeah, you have to. You really have to. Stop getting you know, mad and frustrated with people like that. You just have to learn how to support. If you call yourself being a supporter, then support in whatever way you can. If you can't support, if you don't have the capacity to support, then don't. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Like I had a girl saw me today, and she was like, "I watch your show, but I really don't have a lot of money. That's why I don't donate." She said, I said, "Listen, sweetheart, you can still watch my show. I
Right.
appreciate that, you know. And I come on in the morning at a certain time, and then I come on in the afternoon at a certain time, and that's when you see me. I don't come on in looking like a bum or at your, you know, just
Let me tell y'all, you don't see me and Tramel do like other content creators. We acknowledge everybody in our chat.
mhm.
We don't just acknowledge
Even the
people
ones that we
send
don't
us.
want to acknowledge. Yeah,
So
sometimes.
there's some people that I be sitting here going, I'm not acknowledging you, bitch.
Uh-huh.
But I acknowledge you anyway.
Uh-huh.
But you know, we even got emails. You don't respond to my comments because your comments are not worth responding to, and
Right.
I'm being honest. But what I'm saying, hey Marie, what I'm saying is this: we don't do like other content creators. You know, there's other content creators out here that unless you send a super chat, they ain't saying your name. They're not reading your comment. Or unless you send them a cash app, they ignore you and don't know who you are. Tramel and I don't do that. We don't believe in that. I'm not going to just acknowledge people that send me money because we're not about that. Yes, our cash app is up there, and if you can support, we appreciate all the support we can get, especially with moving, especially with needing a new computer, especially with both of us being disabled. Yes, we appreciate all the support we can get.
Uh-huh.
But if you're unable to support us financially,
We're moving
you
forward.
support us every night by coming
We're
here and
moving
listening
forward.
and watching Pillow Talk and
Right.
enjoying what we do.
And even if
That's
you
support enough.
even if you wait until the end of the week to watch our latest most recent episode, you know, we've been with us. What makes you think mm,
Why do you think I know everybody new? Why do you think when new people type in the chat, they could have been in the bushes, but if you're in the bushes
uh-huh.
and if it's your first time typing, I'm gonna say it's your first time here. Because I acknowledge all of y'all.
Right.
I acknowledge every one of y'all that come in the chat. So I know when there's a new person. And I like saying hello to new people and making them feel welcome. And you guys make them feel welcome. I appreciate that. That's support. That's showing support.
Right.
It doesn't always have to be about money.
Uh-huh.
You're not gonna get what other content creators do and be like, oh, I got tea. And until I get about $200 in cash app, I'm not giving you the tea.
Uh-huh.
Or unless I get $1,000 in super chat, I'm not giving you the tea. We're never gonna do that.
Everybody ain't like that.
We're never gonna do that. That's not who we are. That's not what we're about. I ain't gonna lie. It will be a wonderful thing
It's sure enough.
to get $1,000 in cash.
Yes,
App. I ain't gonna lie.
Yes.
Especially when you disabled, child.
Yeah, child.
But I'm not gonna sit here and beg for it.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and hold something over your head and say, "Ooh, I know something y'all want to know," but I ain't telling y'all unless y'all do it. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not. I'm just not. It don't make sense to me. It just don't. Like if you a supporter, you're here for a reason. You're not here for any other thing but to listen because you like it.
Well, you got to pick
And
your
you-
battles. You got to
right.
pick your battles, Joseph. You got to pick your battles, good, bad, or ugly. You got to pick your battles.
Right,
you
but
know?
I'm never gonna tell somebody, "Oh, don't come watch me because you can't contribute." No,
Right. Right.
watch me, subscribe to me.
Right.
Maybe one day you'll be able to.
Right.
I pray that your
'Cause there's some
financial
people-
situation get better, and you can.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's some people that they just get this. They get this spirit, and they come into some money, and they want to share it.
right.
You know, and they drop something like
Sometimes
we
I
got one
watch
subscriber
people.
that does it. We have one subscriber every time they come into money, they just make a decision to just drop us something,
Right.
you know, and they give us a nice hearty donation.
And it
And
does, and then,
so you know, that's why you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, and you don't get frustrated because you're not gaining anything financially from it, Because if you do, then you'll drive yourself crazy. You'll drive yourself crazy. I'm not doing
And yes,
that.
I ain't gonna lie. I be seeing other content creators and they cash app be ching, 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 ching. And they super chats be going up
We
700
ain't there
times.
yet.
And I'll be sitting there going, damn, what we doing wrong?
We ain't in that
But
space yet.
they do what I said. They some of them hold it over here. Some of them don't. Some of them just don't. They just got people in their chat that just got it like that and just want to send them money. And it is what it is. I need to go in their chat and tell some of them people, come over to my channel, child. I'm joking. I'm joking.
We just not there yet. We'll
Right.
get there one
It
day.
is what it is.
Maybe we'll get there one
When
day.
our season is happening, it will be our season. Period.
That's
But
it.
don't ever think that you can't watch us because you can't contribute to us. I was good to my stepchildren and biological mother, and I got along great.
Yeah.
Right, James Sutter. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But then you have some women that just ain't.
You're blessed at the end.
They
I
ain't
promise
for-
you, James Setta is blessed because she said she was good. She was good to her stepchildren. She was good to her mom.
And
And so,
biological, right.
yeah. So I promise you, if she was that, she was a blessing. And she's being blessed. She's being blessed every time she opened up her mouth, every time she opened up her door, every time she get in her car, every time she goes somewhere, she's being just blessed. I promise you, she don't never get blessings all day. That's it. You know, you got to believe and you got to walk out on faith. You got to learn how to, calm down when you need to calm down. And sometimes, listen, you may need to just breathe before you can calm down. Just Joseph. I always say to Joseph, man, he think I'd be joking. I'd be like, you want to do some breathing exercise? He'd be like, hell no, Tremont, we want to do no motherfucking breathing exercises. Come on, let's do some breathing exercises. And he's like, no. He'd be ready to fight.
And the last thing I'm going to say about this, because it's time, is stop bullying a teenager, you old ass adults. Stop bullying Zaya. I'm friend with her on Instagram, and I see the ratchet comments grown ass adults are leaving. And she pays it. She pays it no mind. She don't answer it. But as a child, to hear an adult talk to you like that, that's kind of fucked up. It is kind of fucked up. But anyway, y'all, it's that time to say goodbye.
Yes, goodbye.
Y'all know we like talking to y'all all night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Melissa, thank you. But y'all, please follow us on all social media outlets. You know what they are.
Mm-hmm.
Our name is the same on everything. The McRaeKingz, and that's Kingz with a Z at the end.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. And make sure you hit that notification bell and shade it in so that every time we go live, you know we are going live or we're dropping new content for you to watch. Also, please check out the McRaeKingz Boutique. The link is in the description box for everything McRaeKingz and our production company. Dare to be different, because why would you want to be the same? And when we go back to Coffee with the Kings, you can really have Coffee with the Kings with a mug with our face on it. So go check out those in the McRaeKingz Boutique. And I already said it, but if you can support the McRaeKingz, our Cash App is right here. Please feel free to make a donation to the McRaeKingz. We appreciate it if you can. Mm-hmm. No donation is too small or too large. And we put it right back into our platform. Mm-hmm. And everybody, if nobody told you they loved you yesterday or today, know that Tremel and I love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. And as we end every show, if you're new here, you don't know how we end every show. So this will be a treat for you. Walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. All those great and wonderful things. Always dare to be different, because why would you want to be the same? Because you were uniquely created. Always remember that. And always remember, it's what, Tremel?
Team McRae.
All damn day. Ooh. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.